Good evening, loves. Hope you've had a beautiful Thursday. It's Thankful Thursday. Huh? Want to talk to you about my relationship talk. What went on my meeting? It's the meeting I have on Monday nights, and I meet live and in person with people, and I talk about whatever they want to talk about with their relationship. I just throw questions at me. I love that. So let me go through the things we discuss. Seems like a little thing, not so much. It's the little things that add up, and they're really big things. Is our social media etiquette. One of the things I heard about someone didn't know whether to be insulted or not, or didn't know if it was a diss in mid conversation. You're chatting along, texting in mid conversation, and all of a sudden you look down and they're vanished. Gone. Vamoose. You're now in conversation with yourself. So what is that all about? How I entered that is, I think people get distracted. I do. The phone rings, or someone's at the door, or the child is screaming. So yeah, I wanted to go that route. Then say, you just got dissed. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I think you really have to feel your way through the conversation to know what could have happened. And ask. Be transparent. If it's not working, at least don't guess if it's not working. Find out. So if that person was all of a sudden disinterested and decided to disengage with you with no fair warning, that's just wrong. It's just, certainly if they have a good excuse and they had to become disengaged because of a major distraction. But from what I heard, they disappeared and did not re-engage for days. So don't be hesitant about asking, rather than sit and do guesswork. Obviously, that's not what you want to be, how you want to be spending your time. So if this person is of great value to you, you have an interest, it's the start of a relationship, and this is the way it's going, you really have to lay down, where you're coming from. Just say, hey, I was chatting the other night and all of a sudden you vanished. So, and it's nothing wrong with saying that. Get it out in the open. But, my take on that is, if you are distracted and this is someone that you're talking to or someone interested in, you got to let people know what you're doing. People do get distracted. I do it when I'm tweeting throughout the day. It's not a romantic interest, but even if it was a business interest, you have to let people know that, you have to step away, or let them know when you're engaging that, hey, I'm in the middle of my workday. I'm kind of taking a break right now to chat with you, but I only have 2 minutes. So, just give people a heads up. It just makes us all feel good and keeps it all on the up and up on the table. The other thing we talked about is when the turning the tables on romance. And what I mean by that is when we turn the tables of an acquaintance to all of a sudden romance. Sometimes that's an easy transition, sometimes not. Sometimes the other party that you may be interested in may find it weird or odd, or they were just waiting for you to say something. They were just waiting for the moment and maybe hesitant about doing the same thing that you wanted to do. So that was discussed. Someone brought that up. They are interested. They have a romantic interest in someone that they have only known as an acquaintance amongst many people. They've never been alone. They always see the same person in a group, but they've known this person for a while, but only at an arm's length. So not well. The tables of interest has turned up from an acquaintance to romance. And the way to go about this, I would say, because this person's not going to all of a sudden have a heads up on, all of a sudden you want to date me. Okay, that they're not going to get that immediately. My take is to invite them out for a casual coffee date. Start that way. Hey, can we have coffee? Can we go have tea? If you know what they like to do, listen, such and such movie's playing. I haven't seen it yet, but I have an interest. Would you like to join me? I think if you keep it casual and not too much, too soon, too heavy, it could be a little shocking if you've known someone for years and all of a sudden they're looking to turn it up or switch gears really, at 100%. So I would say make it casual. A movie, a night of bowling, but casual. And on this particular date, do a whole wait and see. I wouldn't say anything about, oh wow, all of a sudden, I don't know what it is that hit me, but I'm really feeling you lately. I wouldn't do that. I would just let the date happen, go out with them, wait and see, feel it, see what happens. Because at that point, it's organic on both sides. And if something clicks, it clicks, and it will click on both sides without you having to say one word. Profiles. We discussed talking about how every little word on your online profile really is viewed very quickly, and you really need to know that people skim things today. Every now and then you'll get someone that will read something from A to Z. It doesn't happen a lot. People are busy, they're sidetracked, they're skimming, they're looking up, they're looking at your picture, they're looking down, looking at your picture, looking down. Get it in a paragraph, or answer the questions short and sweet and really to the point. I think you have initially a few seconds to get somebody's attention. So with those few seconds, you want that first paragraph to be you completely, no nonsense, down to the point, down to the nitty-gritty of what you want them to know. They may not get down to the bottom of your profile. So they may read 6 lines, the 6 top lines. I'm just saying. And then you may get that person that will dissect every word you say. But for the most part, I tend to think that people skim. So make it your best first paragraph. Get as much punch in there as you can about yourself. Okay. Otherwise, I do relationship talk every Monday nights, and I'm live, and I always post it, and I welcome anyone to come join me. I am going to be planning a webinar soon. I'm really excited about that. I don't have a date set for it yet, but it's coming up. If there's a topic you want to hear me talk about, you have a question, talk to me right here. Ask me. I'll be happy to answer it for you. Jump right on in. You can catch me on Facebook at Bear This and That Relationship Radio, on my Twitter account at Bear This and That. Otherwise, thank you so much. I feel your support on social media. Thank you. And I love you so much. I appreciate that. Mwah. Have a beautiful evening. Good night.